What happens when faith, betrayal, and murder collide inside a dying church? When the most dangerous case of Benoit Blanc's career begins not with wealth or fame, but with sin, guilt, and a murder that should have been impossible. Tonight, we dive into Wake Up Dead Man, the darkest Knives Out story yet.
It was dressed as a miracle. It's hiding.
Confess.
Confess.
All right, stop.
Who wants to go first?
Welcome back to Review. I'm so glad you're here because today, we're unraveling a gothic, bone-chilling mystery that pushes Rian Johnson's Knives Out series into its boldest territory yet, with Daniel Craig returning as Benoit Blanc, and a cast packed with names like Josh O'Connor, Josh Brolin, Glenn Close, Kerry Washington, Andrew Scott, Jeremy Renner, Kelly Spaney, and more. This film is not just another whodunit. It's a meditation on faith, sin, and why we are so captivated by stories of murder. Before we dive into the mystery, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Review, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a deep dive into cinema's most intriguing stories. Now, let's enter the parish of Our Lady of Perpetual Grace. The Knives Out franchise has always been about clever puzzles wrapped in satire. The first film poked at wealth and privilege. The second, Glass Onion, played with excess and spectacle. But Wake Up Dead Man? It's different. This isn't a bright Greek island or a mansion filled with luxury. Instead, Rian Johnson drags us into a small, decaying religious community in upstate New York. The trailer teased it, but the film confirms it. This is the darkest, most introspective Knives Out yet. It's snow-covered, gothic, and dripping with the kind of tension that feels more like an old-fashioned ghost story than a modern satire. At the center is Judd Duplantis, played by Josh O'Connor, a young priest with a past marked by violence, a former boxer who killed someone in the ring. His life now, a desperate attempt at repentance. But when he clashes with Monsignor Jefferson Wicks, played with terrifying power by Josh Brolin, Judd becomes entangled in something far more sinister than church politics. This setup is haunting, and it tells us right away, we're not just watching a mystery. We're watching a parable about faith, guilt, and how corruption seeps into even the holiest places. Every great mystery needs a commanding presence, and Monsignor Wicks may be one of Rian Johnson's most chilling creations. Wicks is no ordinary priest. He's fire and brimstone in human form, a man who uses the pulpit as a weapon. He's built a loyal following, not through compassion, but through fear. His sermons are furious, his influence suffocating. But what makes Wicks truly dangerous is his history. His mother, described cruelly as a harlot whore, once tore down the church crucifix in a fit of rage, leaving only a dusty outline behind. And Wicks, he never replaced it. That absence becomes the film's most potent metaphor. A church without faith, a man without compassion, a community defined by what's missing rather than what's whole. Glenn Close's Martha Delacroix, the loyal parishioner, sticks to him like a shadow. Thomas Hayden Church's Samson, the groundskeeper, lingers in silence but with menace. Around them swirl the broken souls of the congregation. A lawyer hiding secrets, a doctor with a broken marriage, a wheelchair-bound musician, a bitter author. Wicks feeds off them all. He's their shepherd, but he treats them like wolves. And when he dies, stabbed in a locked room during a sermon, the stage is set for Benoit Blanc's entrance. Here's the twist. For nearly 45 minutes, Benoit Blanc is nowhere to be seen. Instead, the story belongs to Judd, whose testimony becomes the film's spine. We later learn that Judd's writings, his confessions, are all at Blanc's request. It's through Judd's eyes that we step into this poisoned parish. And when Blanc finally enters, it's electric. Daniel Craig delivers what many critics are already calling his richest Benoit Blanc performance yet. Gone is the playful detachment of Glass Onion. Here, Blanc is more measured, almost philosophical. He mocks organized religion, but what he's really chasing is the human hunger for answers, the same hunger that drives us to mysteries, to faith, to storytelling itself. Together, Judd and Blanc form an unlikely partnership, a kind of buddy mystery where empathy meets reason. Judd, the priest struggling with guilt and belief. Blanc, the detective who believes in nothing but the truth. And yet, both men are searching for something beyond themselves. This pairing transforms the film from a mere puzzle into something more profound. It's not just about who killed Monsignor Wicks. It's about why we need to know. At the heart of Wake Up Dead Man lies an impossible question. How can a man die in a room no one entered? During a fiery Good Friday sermon, Wicks steps into a small side room of the church. 30 seconds later, he's found dead, stabbed by a knife topped with a carved devil's head. The congregation watched it unfold. No one followed him. No one could have escaped. And yet, the body was there. This is classic locked room mystery territory, a tribute to legends like Agatha Christie, Dorothy L. Sayers, and John Dixon Carr. The film even nods to Carr's The Hollow Man, a novel famous for dissecting impossible murders. And Rian Johnson doesn't waste the opportunity. He layers the scene with religious symbolism, the devil-topped knife, the Good Friday sermon, the church itself as a place of judgment. It's a murder both shocking and theatrical, as if staged by faith itself. For Blanc, it's not just about evidence. It's about unraveling the human weaknesses, envy, greed, lust, desperation, that could make the impossible possible. What makes Wake Up Dead Man so different from its predecessors is not just the darker tone, but the depth of its themes. At its core, the film is about faith, not just in religion, but in truth, in justice, in the stories we tell ourselves to keep going. Blanc, the atheist, ridicules religion as a perfidious bubble of belief. Yet he's drawn to its power, jealous even of how Wicks could command loyalty and meaning. Judd, on the other hand, clings to faith as both a burden and salvation. Every suspect in the film is wrestling with their own sins. The lawyer burdened by family scandal, the musician trapped in her broken body, the writer losing his audience, the doctor abandoned by his family. Each is a portrait of lack, of something missing, just like that absent crucifix. And yet, the film also leaves room for miracles. Not the divine kind, but the human ones. The miracle of empathy, the miracle of truth, the miracle of two men, Judd and Blanc, finding common ground between faith and reason. It's this blend of mystery and metaphysical reflection that makes Wake Up Dead Man not just another Knives Out entry, but perhaps its most profound. After its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival, Wake Up Dead Man earned glowing reviews. It currently holds a 95% Rotten Tomatoes score, with critics praising its gothic storytelling, the chemistry between Craig and O'Connor, and Rian Johnson's daring script. Some even argued the film could have worked without Blanc at all, a testament to the richness of the supporting cast. Others admired how it tackled religion, priesthood, and greed without losing the fun, Scooby-Doo-style playfulness that defines Knives Out. Compared to Glass Onion, critics say this film feels more grounded, more organic, and more in tune with the original spirit. It's darker, yes, but also more human. A story that lingers not just because of the mystery, but because of what it says about us. So what do we make of Wake Up Dead Man? It's more than a whodunit. It's a mirror, a story that asks why we are drawn to tales of murder, why we hunger for answers, why faith and truth intertwine in ways we can't escape. With Benoit Blanc at his sharpest, Judd Duplessis at his most conflicted, and Rian Johnson at his most daring, this may very well be the Knives Out film that defines the series. But what about you? Do you prefer the playful satire of Glass Onion, the tightly wound puzzle of the first Knives Out, or this darker, more gothic journey into faith and betrayal? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Review, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next deep dive into cinema's most captivating stories. Until then, keep searching for the truth.